All right, then. So on your side mirror this great Friday morning, we're going to be doing a whole lot of talks this morning, and that's because we're streamlining truck operations through the electronic call-up system in Lekki Free Trade Zone. And joining me in the studio this morning, I have Mr. Olawale Musa. He's the permanent secretary of the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. And like we do say, he's no stranger to the microphone. My Oga, nice to have you back in the studios. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. Long time.
Yes, very long time. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good.
I know you've been to this studio severally, but I'm going to give you a test this morning. So look to your left, the cameras. What do you make of them?
Yeah, very, very nice. In fact, I'm jealous.
Why are you jealous?
Having this and seeing what's happening in Lagos.
On the roads, right?
Yeah, very, very nice.
This is part of your work, so you can't be jealous. This is what you did for us. So
very good. Very, very nice. I'm impressed.
Out of all those roads, which of them can you identify?
There's none I don't, obviously.
You're a Lagos boy, right?
Yes, now.
So tell me, which one can you say?
Yeah, I know the rules. Don't worry.
That's why you are the permanent secretary.
Yes.
Right. So it's nice to have you in the studios. And let's just take it off right away. About 2.5 weeks now, I know that the government announced the implementation of the e-call-up system. And that's talking about for the Lekki Free Trade Zone. So how is that scheme going? So far, so good?
Yeah, right now we are still in the testing phase. Technically, we want to ensure that everybody comes on board. You know, when I say everybody comes on board, that is all stakeholders are right on board before we start enforcement. Because whether we like it or not, it's going to involve enforcement, because you naturally see people that will not want to comply. So we are giving everybody the opportunity to come on board, ensure that, you know, it's a digital system where everybody has to sign into.
All right.
So when everybody signs in, we are sure that everybody is in, then the full implementation
will kick off.
Commences. Yes.
Now, so for those who are at sea to this novel solution for truck movement, what is the electronic call-up system? I needed to break it down for our listeners this morning.
Okay, for you to really understand, just look at, I don't know if you can recall the Apapa debacle where trucks will even park right from Apapa to Yanosolo, you know, that experience. If one can remember what we used to have then you understand what we want to do here, because we envisage that this might happen in this axis. So it's like planning ahead. Okay, so at what happened in Apapa will never happen in that axis. So what we are doing is that for any truck to come into what we call our red zone, the red zone is the port axis, that is the refining axis, and the port axis. You know, we have a deep sea port,
okay,
same as this, and the refinery as this. For any truck to come in, you must have signed in. That is, you must have been called from where you are. We have what we call the transit park, where the trucks outside the ports, where they will go and park. Okay. So when they park there, so when it is their time to come in, okay, we will call them to come into the red zone, to go either to the port or to the refine. That is just when we say electronic, it's electronic. That is, we'll call you electronically for you to come into that axis.
Now,
so just basically
this is making use of technology, right?
Yes.
So does that mean that we're going to have an app?
The app is between we, that is the operators, that is the stakeholders, and us.
Okay.
You understand? So we link into each other through APIs. Then the call-up system is something that, you know, there's RFID issuance, everything. So that when the vehicle comes in, you'll be issued right from where you are living, because all those transit parks are also integrated into our system.
Oh,
you understand? That is where you will be called from. If you are not in those parks, you can't be called.
So there's no way somebody is driving in all the way from Ibadan, he says, I'm going to Lekki Deep Sea Port, and it just goes there. It has to be called first.
No. It's different from cars. You see?
No, I know. I'm talking about trucks.
No. To go and do what? What will you want to go and do? You have to be called to come to that. You know, obviously, you have to be called.
All right. So how different is this solution to that of what exists in Apapa?
It's akin to what is there, but because we are doing this right from the onset, from the beginning, not when everything is built up, or not when, you know, the problem is already there. Okay, you now start finding solution. This time around, we have seen the problem we experienced there. We don't want a repeat. So it's a bit different, because this is supposed to be more seamless. before the problem starts, people already appreciate it and they buy into it.
Right. Now, the route that these trucks will take, because one of the things I'm sure the ministry and the government is thinking of is how to ensure that you won't have the kind of congestions that we had in Apapa. Now, the route that the trucks will take, is it going to be different from these corridors, or which route are they going to be flying?
If you know that axis very well, there's only one way that currently leads into the axis. So there's only one way in and out right now, although we are planning to open another exit that's going forward.
Okay.
But so there's only one route. So you come through the Lekki Expressway, and it's either you are coming from the island or you are coming from the Ekpe axis. So you can approach it from those two ways. And currently that road is also undergoing serious rehabilitation, where we have concrete pavement that's being done on that road. We see that will last so many years. So.
Right. My permanent secretary, let's rewind a bit. I'm sure before you got to this point, there would have been the idea of manual truck management. How was it at that time compared to now that you're trying to install the electronic call-up system?
You see, that's the good thing about what we're doing. Yes, we have a bit of manual because, you know, the truth is the refinery is just taking off.
Okay.
You know, the traffic is just picking up in that axis. So we've been on this thing for almost 2 years now. It's not like we just woke up and one day and we started implementing. We'll be having our stakeholders engagement for series of times. We have addressed their concerns. We've seen the challenges. So we've done even some form of test run. Now this is a physical test run. You know, we've done training for the people involved. So the manual you had, there was no traffic there. Okay, but right now, although the traffic is still minimal now, okay, but what we see a future where the traffic will be worse than what we have in Apapa. So we don't want that to happen. It's not something that we envisage should happen. So we are nipping it in the bud right from the beginning. Which is
very, very good. All right, so benefits of this and the impact to the Lekki community, what will the benefits?
Yeah, if you know what happened in Apapa, when I was younger in Lagos then, Apapa was Apapa GRA.
That's right. A serene
environment where you want to go, where there used to be this amusement park there. I think it's still there now. Apapa Amusement Park. That was the only one in Lagos then, where people go. It's somewhere you want to go until this sudden surge came up and the property value in that axis dropped drastically. Okay, the houses were being sold at giveaway prices there because the owners could not even access their property. Their properties became useless, and the only commerce that happened in that place was around the port. So you could not do any other business except you are doing. In fact, those that were working in the port, you see them parking their cars and taking Okada to get to their offices. You can be trapped there for 3-4 hours.
That's right.
You understand? So what we are doing is that this should never happen in the houses. So the property value we want to maintain and make sure that it keeps increasing, because the investment in that place is a lot, multi-billion-dollar investments. So it's a lot that we want to ensure that the value of that property continues to grow, and the people in the houses, their businesses continue to thrive. And you know that's where we have our free trade zone too.
That's right.
And you know what that implies. So we goods coming in and out of the country. Okay, we have to make sure that process is seamless. So we want to continue to enjoy the benefit of having those infrastructure in that axis.
All right, you did say that you've had some series of engagements with various stakeholders, right?
Yes.
And that includes the trucking community too.
The trucking community, the union, the industries in those areas. We've had series of meetings.
What about the residents?
Yeah, in fact, just last week there was a stakeholders engagement too with the chairman of the local government, the people that live around that axis. So the engagement will be continuous. It's not something that stops.
Right.
Okay, we keep, that's whether we like it or not, there will be some issues that you didn't envisage. We keep addressing them. You see people that want to resist, we keep addressing people. But so far so good. We have the full cooperation of every stakeholder.
All right. I'm just about to ask about the trucking community now. Have they experienced any fears about this?
I've not seen any fears from theirs. It's not that I know of. Because they also know the benefit of having a seamless going in and going out. Movement in that is to their own benefit. If I go in, I know I'm coming from Ibadan. Okay, I'm in the transit park, and I know that if I go in 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm out. Okay, it's to their own benefit. So they also want it to happen. They want it to work, and they want us to be successful.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On your side mirror this morning, we're looking at streamlining trucking operations within the Lekki Free Trade Zone. And my guest is the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. I'm talking about Mr. Olawale Musa. Very shortly, I'll allow you to also join the conversation. But the traffic report we're tracking this morning is still looking pretty good in most of the areas. Most of the breakdowns that we've seen, most of them are being resolved right now. But if you're thinking of making the journey to the island, all the connecting points are still looking good. Be it on the 3rd Mainland Bridge, be it on the Co Bridge, or even Qatar Bridge, you still have access this morning. No major worries driving through those corridors. All right, Mr. Musa, I'm curious. At a point, the issue of numbers became a major problem for the Apapa corridor. At the point, we had over 5,000 trucks trying to access the ports, and you know how difficult that could be. Has the ministry looked into what could happen by the time it becomes fully operational? If you have this number of trucks, can the e-call-up system cope with that?
The system is designed, okay, to take care of all those challenges. You see, it's not the number of trucks that come in that is the challenge. The actual challenge is where do they park, okay, before they called up. That is the and what we have done is that we have provided transit park to accommodate any number of trucks that can come in. And the good thing about this is it's not the government that is providing them, it's the private sector, because we brought in the private sector. They have built their parks, okay. So what the truck owners or drivers need to do is to go and park there, okay. No need for them to come to the axis of the port, and that is where they will be called to come to and pick their goods or whatever that.
Right. So how many parks are we talking about here?
Right now we have that is ready now, and which can accommodate. We have about six
parks.
Yes, that are ready, and right now it has the capacity of about 4,000.
Oh.
So we are going to expand. Okay, as every other ones get ready, you know what they're doing, because the investors also want to recoup their money. They have the land, okay, and you know that area the terrain is a bit swampy. So what they've been doing is that they will do part of it, so that at least to see what is happening before they expand. So we expect them to expand to the extent that we can cope with at least 20,000 trucks.
All right, so I know that that corridor too, we have lots of constructions that are going on from time to time. How ready are the roads to cope with the capacity of trucks that would navigate through that corridor? Have all the construction, has it been completed? Yeah,
it's an ongoing project. Even on the Lekki Expressway, the construction there is ongoing. You know, government has the foresight to see that we need infrastructure to cope with the demands of that axis. So it's something that is ongoing, and like I said, what we have in there is concrete pavement, something that for the next 30-40 years we don't need to come back to do anything there. And it's not just concrete, it's when we say concrete, it's reinforced concrete.
All right.
When we say that means you have iron rods inside the road right there, so it will carry the weight, the load, the weight, the traffic that is going to come to that axis. So right now it's an ongoing process, and very soon people will begin to enjoy the benefits.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning on your side mirror, we're really digging deep into streamlining trucking operations at the Lekki Free Trade Zone. And of course, the Lagos State government is coming up with this electronic call-up system, which will make things much more beautiful. Of course, better than what it was within the Papa corridor. But if that's what you have seen, or perhaps if there are some areas of concern, that you would like the permanent secretary to address, I would let you in shortly, and then you can ask your questions as well. That will be on 08099120777 and 09153877127. Okay, 09153877127. That's going to be the line that you use to connect with us. Let's talk about the experiments that have been done so far. So good, Mr. Musa. In terms of experimenting with this e-call-up system, what have you seen? Is it moving as smoothly, or are we likely going to be having some glitches?
You see, there is no process that is perfect. So the challenges is basic challenges. People naturally resist change. Okay, and the other challenge is that a lot of people that come into the houses do not reside in Lagos. Okay, so they might not, the awareness of what we are doing, okay, might be strange to them because they don't have it from where they are coming. So, but what we've done, and like I said, is we've engaged the various stakeholders, the unions especially, okay, and we've done a lot of training for them so that to educate their members. We have flyers in different languages, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, broken English, okay, that we send about. So just to educate, it's just the education, especially for those people that are coming from outside Lagos. That I see is a bit of a challenge, not too much, because the truth is you won't be able to get to the port, okay, without you going to our transit park. So there's no gainsaying about that. So all you need to do, go to the port and you call off on there. And those are accredited ports, those that are registered with us.
All right. So the trucks now, because one of the challenges that we had with the Apapa end is that all manner of trucks are coming into Lagos. I mean, no streamlining, no real checks to really find out the status or perhaps the health of those trucks. And we do not want a situation whereby one truck breaks down, 2, 3, 4 breaks down on the same corridor, and having to pass the others now becomes a problem. So is it any kind of truck that can enter that zone?
You see, that's the good thing about what we are doing. It's a total solution. So we are not just going there because of enforcement and that stuff. We are also going there to ensure safety and security. So where are those transit parks? Okay, already VIS is there. Okay, at those transit park, you are going to ensure that you meet the minimum. When I say minimum safety standards. Okay, we have the standard that we are set. Okay, by the VIS are set the standard. That's the ministry, and all the stakeholders have set the standards the vehicles have to meet. You will not be allowed to load if you don't meet those safety standards. And individually, where you want to go and pick the two, they also have their own safety standards. That okay, ab initio or peradventure there is some sort of error, they also have another check over there. So we have 2 checks to ensure that they meet the safety standards before they can load in that axis. All
right, then let's see if we can expand the discourse beyond the studios to also have your input this morning. 08099120777. That's 08099120777 and 09153877127. Those are the numbers that you can connect with us this morning. You can also send in your messages too. If you have any message you want to bring to the attention of the permanent secretary, feel free to do that on the program right now. Okay, 08099120777. We're talking about the e-call-up system for the Lekki Free Trade Zone. You've heard the permanent secretary talk about the different measures that are putting in place and the different things, so just to ensure that we do not have a repeat sequence of what existed at the Apapa end. Messages tripping in for you. This one says, good morning, permanent secretary. What measurable impacts have been observed since the introduction of the ECS? H0 is sending that one in.
Yeah. Well, it's obvious. Orderliness. Okay, orderliness. That's the essence Okay, orderliness in the houses, reduction. It's prevention. Right now, we are preventing what's happened in Apapa. So people might not really see what is happening now because we are preventing it from happening. Okay, it's been we front loaded. We've seen the challenges, the what happened in Apapa. We saw how it started and how we got to that level, and that is what we are trying to prevent. That what happened in Apapa, thank God, it has reduced to the best minimum. What happened in Apapa will never happen in the houses. That is the essence. So you might not really see it visibly for now. Okay, it is because a system has been put in place to ensure that does not happen.
Now, this particular call-up system is to ensure that they reduce to the barest minimum physical contact. Is that correct?
Obviously, let me explain the process.
Okay.
Like, a truck is coming from Katsina, I'm just saying, or Ibadan or whatever. You want to go and load fuel, or you are going to the port to discharge, whatever. You can't just go to the port straight away. You know, what happens in Apapa, and that is one of the major causes of traffic in that axis, is that you see a lot of vehicles coming down. They don't have no business coming there. They are looking for, well, we call it looking for a job. Okay, maybe somebody will hire them or that stuff. Some, no, basically they are just there to do business, and they disturb other people's business because of that business. So all we are saying is that, okay, we are not telling you not to come and do your business, but before you come, there must be a reason which we must identify, and that reason will be identified through a call-up system. That is, okay, you are going to company A. Company A will tell you to come at so time. Okay, and that will be done electronically. So you first of all go and park outside the port axis. Then the call-up system will call you from there. Okay, you can now move and proceed towards the port axis, and there will be an FID tag that will be issued to you for us to know, because we will check when you come to the room. We will check to see that you are actually being called up, and we know where you are going. So it becomes very impossible for you to come to that axis without being called up from, because you can only even be called up in the transit parks that we have identified, because we have installed our equipment there to ensure that we can monitor and track all the vehicles coming in and leaving.
All right. Okay. Another message here says, good morning, Mr. Musa. Has the ECS been integrated with other transportation systems or initiatives in Lagos State? Thanks. Adebayo is sending that one in.
I'm not sure what that question implies, because when you say integrated, what we do is a system that integrates with all our stakeholders. Okay, because each, like, let me give you an instance, the Lekki deep sea port already has a system, okay, where there are vehicles already going in and out from that area before we came in. So what we did is we integrate their system into our own system, so we can see each other electronically. Okay. So they can tell us, okay, these are the vehicles we are expecting. Let them come in at so time. So the integration is there.
All right. So I think that answers your question, Adibayo. 08099120777 09153877127. You can still express yourself using those lines, or perhaps send messages as well. And if you have driven through that corridor as a truck owner or perhaps a truck operator, if you also if you've been part of this experiment, so far so good, the Lagos State government is carrying out within the Lekki corridor, you can share your thoughts with us. And if you also have some sentiments against it, or perhaps you have some ideas on how it can be improved upon, feel free to join the conversation this morning. This one says, good morning. When will there be an expansion, an expansion of the ECS to other areas of Lagos State beyond the Lekki Free Trade Zone? Is that something that you're thinking about?
If there's a need. Okay, if there's a need, why not? If you have the need. Right now, our focus is on the Lekki axis. If you see need, okay, because the truth is, Lagos will continue to expand. Okay, and as it expands, we will see the challenge that presents. We'll plan for it and we'll deal with it.
Okay, so if there's a need for it, yes. Okay, all right then. I hope that answers your question. Let's get back to that aspect of the truckers and how they feel. I should have that feeling that the truckers within that particular corridor should be feeling much better. That at least you have a system that is even bringing them on board right from the start.
Yeah.
Is that the experience?
Yeah, what I've seen, like I said, from the beginning, we've been having meetings. It's not like we just came up and said. So they expect a lot of issues, okay, and together, because the system is very, very robust, okay, together we made the changes to accommodate their concerns. So it's not something that we just came up and we are forcing it down people's throats. So it's a joint effort to ensure that access is free. So we didn't just wake up one day and say we want to do this. We knew there was a need, and we came up together with all stakeholders. We had several meetings. We will discuss. We'll go and make changes. We come back, discuss. Are you okay with this? So it's something that has been on for not a year. It's more than 1 year that we've been going back and forth and making the changes that will accommodate all the concerns of everybody in a way that is workable. And that is what we are seeing now.
All right. So let's talk about the e-call-up, the system now, because at the point, even for the Papa call-up system, we had issues with it. Sometimes people say, well, there were times some trucks override the system and then they get into the wharf gate and all of that. So are we thinking of a system that would be holistic here, that people cannot really breach through? To break through whatever has been put in operations?
You see, the truth is, there's no system that can be perfect, especially when you have human being, and everybody has their own interest, one way or the other, to protect. Okay, it might be my interest might be, okay, I want my truck to quickly go in and out. My interest might be, I want to make money from this process. So what we have done is that we have a monitoring team, okay, from the stakeholders themselves and us, okay, so that when there are issues, we tackle it together. Because whether we like it or not, there are going to be issues. We will see people trying to circumvent the system, and we will ensure that is impossible. Okay, you can't. It's not like you can hack into our system and make changes. No, that can happen, because even if you hack into our system, you still have to hack into where you are going to, where we are also there. Okay, if you are going to the port, we are there. Not apart from being at the transit park, we are also at the port, so it becomes a bit difficult. But this where you can have is where you have human being coming in and allowing vehicles that are not supposed to be on the road to be on the road, and that is why we have that monitoring team to ensure that does not happen. In
terms of enforcement, what's going to be looking like?
Both, like last one already has a yard there, okay, and we are providing them with the adequate facilities and equipment to ensure. Trucks is a bit different from enforcing on cars. Okay, if they park, how do you move them? Okay, we need the equipment and facilities to be able to.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm B.
Oh, B, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ogba.
All right, our regular B. B, go ahead.
Yes. All right, so I want to ask the guest. How does the ministry, plan to sustain the efficiency and the reliability of that ECS that he's talking about? That is after he has left service.
Okay.
How do they ensure that in the long term it's still as efficient and reliable as it is?
All right, B, thank you so much for that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I think B is thinking into the future. In terms of sustainability, when... I love the question. Okay. Let's see if we can do something about microphone. Yes, you said you.
I love the question. It's very, very germane. Yeah. The system is beyond me. It's beyond Ministry of Transportation. It's beyond any individual there. It's for the state and for the people of Lagos State. And it's not something that is why we have all stakeholders. It's for the good of everyone, and we must ensure that it is work. So what we have put is something that is very, very sustainable. Okay, when we, like I'm the PS now, I'm not. We were at Dangote on Tuesday.
Okay,
where we went there for a meeting. By the time I was leaving, I left one of my directors there. to continue the meeting and some other issues that way. So it's something that is very, very robust, and we have everybody coming in. So it's beyond me. It's a system. It is not permanent secretary doing this. It's a system of the state and the stakeholders in that place. It's for the good of everybody that it's sustainable.
Right.
It's for the good of everybody that it continues to be reliable and continues to work.
Okay, then, truckers, I need your input as well this morning. If you're listening to us, I need to have your own thoughts as relates to this. If you have driven through that corridor, or perhaps the experiment, if you have been able to partake in it, I would like to have your input as well. Amato and all those others who are stakeholders within that sector, let's hear from you this morning. 08099120777 and 09153877127. Okay, this one says TGIF. Good morning to everyone in the studios. I am Bumi. Is the electronic call-up system model available in other states in Nigeria? And if not, how can it be adopted nationwide?
I don't know about other states. So I know one way or the other. For you to
just hold on a second. Okay. Please, let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Victor, and the guests, honorable players. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Who am I speaking with?
My name is Andrew.
Oh, Andrew.
My name is Andrew.
The same Andrew who's marking his birthday, right?
Sir?
I said, is it the same Andrew who's marking his birthday, right?
Yeah, it has not changed.
Okay, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
The call-up system is a good one. It's a good one if it can be sustained, like the question the person asked. It's not about the PS, it's about sustainability for anybody, any life administration or management that is there. I know it is something, it's an advanced digital platform designed to prevent severe congestion and of articulated trucks and so on, and tankers. It has worked in Apapa, though it took time, but the study I did there is from February, the second week of February this year. It has sustained.
Okay.
But there are still some challenges that I'm seeing. Okay. Because I know this system is a thing that has and now we remove where people will pay the sum of 150,000, 200, 300,000 before they can have access to the court. Because I know some people are paying that before.
Okay.
But I know it's a token. Well, this A2, I found to be corrected. It's a token compared to that.
Okay.
And hoodlums. Let me use that word, please. Pardon me.
Okay.
And then, is it Agbero? Not National Union.
Okay.
And what do they call them? Different sets of people. They come there, they still meet these people as this e-call system is working in Apapa.
Okay.
I've done a study of this from Ijala. There are about 2 or 3 places they do it. Okay, 2 places I know they do it. By that National Theatre and then Area B area.
Right.
It's working. But some people still go and do this thing there, which has caused traffic congestion. That's the main reason is to curb traffic congestion and then paying unnecessary money.
Okay,
so people will say, oh, it will delay goods and so on.
Right.
It will not delay goods because we should see the good of it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I think what Andrew is trying to say is what is the ministry going to be doing in terms of tackling issues that relate to social miscreants and the extortion of trucks that has been going on within the Apapa corridor. So, my permanent secretary, how would you respond to that?
Andrew's question is very, very germane, and I like the way he said the thing is working in Apapa. So, it tells us that the system will also work in the Lekki as you see naturally. What you see happening in Apapa and why those people are there is because for years, because I remember the Apapa challenge did not just start now. It started, I can remember during the Fashola regime, he also set up a committee then to tackle the public. So you look at Fashola did 8 years, Governor Ambode did 4 years, and Governor Sola did 4 years. So technically I can be talking of 16 years that it, and I'm sure it has been there for before then.
Let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning, sir.
And I greet our daddy at the pamphlet.
Good morning, sir.
I am Superintendent of Association of Maritime Truck Owners.
Oh, great.
Sir.
As far as trucking is business, that's my constituency and my core area of specialty.
That's right.
Because it's what I've been doing after the education that my parents will afforded me. And by the super grace of God, this is the 50 decades. As far as I know, in trucking operation.
That's right.
Yes, with the volume of increases in the activities, I believe the best way to go is automation system.
Okay.
Though some people, no matter how good, they will not like it. But I believe in the automation because I'm part and parcel of people that really say we need to go on automation because the road cannot accommodate the volumes of the goods of the trucks that are on the road. If all the trucks will come out at the same time, there must be a regulation, and the port cannot accommodate even the volume of the trucks. So automation is the way to go. However, we are still looking forward to more engagement as it has to do with the Lekki assets. We have not been carried along as it's supposed to. But however, I know government bureaucracy is always lengthy, and they like to do their things state by state, batch by batch, and location by location. They might have been engaging with other union associations, but however, I think we need to be carried along.
All right.
We are looking forward for further engagement so that we can be well informed. And I like a statement made by the Honorable Pamphlet there that no system is perfect as it goes. Even the ongoing electronic system come up in Apapa, being handled by ECO, is subject to improvement.
Right.
We are still looking for how it will be improved so that it can work optimally. So we are bound to key into the system because it's the best way to go. Okay. Regulation, automation is the best to go. With the volume of increases, the populations are increasing, so the traffic are increasing, many other things are increasing. The best way to regulate is automation system.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Ogungbemi. And I was just expecting that call from the trucking family. He is a prominent voice in the trucking family. So he says your ministry has not been able to engage his group not that much.
You see, the challenge is that in the business there are so many contending stakeholders. You understand? So you engage is one, another one comes up. So what we have tried to do is that all the unions that especially that as relates to Dangote, okay, because that is where we envisage the greatest problem. All the unions there, okay, none will say we have not engaged with them. That Peng.
Anyway, his name is Amato. So
yeah, I know Chief Rebu. You know me very well. I know you very well.
Let's take this. Let's see if we can sneak this one in. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
All right,
Victor.
Yeah. Good morning,
Comrade Daniel.
Comrade Daniel, nice to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, Victor.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Olawale.
Good morning, sir.
All right. Yes, I want to commend you for the effort you are putting in to ensure that the issue of curriculum within Apapa and now the Lekki axis is actually come to fruition.
Thank you very much.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Yeah. The fact is that I think there are cabals within the system who have been, making everything not to work within, especially the Apapa. There's a time the task force came from Abuja, headed by Okwepa. I think they had a rough time with those people. Government should do what it is to ensure that the one for the Lekki axis doesn't fail. That is my advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I think his advice is very germane. The idea of cabals everywhere. What is the ministry doing? Are you envisaging that at all?
Like I said earlier, wherever any system, people will try to subvert it. And when that Abuja task force came, I was part of it when it started. So I know the challenges we face. In fact, there was a time I and ACP Odumusu went to Anazis, and if you see the guys there, I say, I will never come to this area again because of what I experienced. I'm just telling you that we've seen those challenges. So if I have seen those challenges, definitely I would never want it to happen in that Aziz. That is the Lekki Aziz. And fortunately, I'm from that Aziz too.
Wow.
Okay, I'm from Ekpe. So I want my area, my where I'm from. I don't want it to be, to be the way Papa became. I want it to be better. And if I am here now, okay, as the permanent secretary of the ministry, I must ensure that everything is put on ground to make sure that a repeat of Apapa
does not occur again. All right, so even as we run this off right now, Permanent Secretary, what's your message to our people?
Yeah, I want to tell Lagosians that the process on ground is for the good of everybody, and it is beyond me. It is beyond the commissioner. It is even beyond the governor of Lagos State. It is for the good of the people of Lagos State. We want everybody to embrace it. Yes, we said there might be some challenges. Together as a group, we'll make sure we solve the challenges.
All right.
And we have our phone lines as usual.
Okay.
If you see anything, please say something. Talk to us and we'll move in immediately. 090 2000 9000. 090 2000 4000. Very easy. 090 2000 9000. 090 2000 4000. Right. Anything you see, call us and we'll move in. Thank you very much.
Nice having you on the program. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right, quickly, flash update from the Lagos Abeokuta end says that it's a breakdown of an articulated vehicle. All right, it was an accident, by the way. I understand the driver slept off while driving, and the vehicle type we're talking about is Mitsubishi pickup. All right, so I'm sure we'll be serving you more LPs on that, but we have to go. The program has been produced by Mike James this beautiful morning. I say a big thank you to him for producing, and of course to all others in the building. I have Yusuf Shoderu and of course Adams Babs also in the building from the ministry accompanying the permanent secretary this morning. Let me appreciate Bolanle Ogunlola, who's the director of public affairs for the ministry, for making this program possible. But this is just to let you know that every Tuesdays on this frequency from 9:15 through 10 o'clock, the ministry has put in place a program where you'll be getting all the latest and all the innovations that relates to transportation in the state. Just keep it locked. My name is Victor Oteri. Maximum thanks to Deborah Bolodioku and of course Okwemi Shodunke. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. The benchmark will make its way here. That's after the news. I'll be back for that shortly.
I thank my maker, say I see today. The clouds are fading off, I see the sun rising again, but I still see something else. I see your greater Lakers rising from the womb of time. It's a new city